to the channel. Presented by the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. Enjoy the show.
People, what's good? Yo, check it out. Welcome to the Beeline ENT, LLC. What we got for you? First off, we got the Beeline Webshow on Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, talking a little of everything. Then we got Straight Through the Ropes, STR, baby, Wrestle Talk, where we talk all things pro wrestling. Next up, we got the Show Off Show, that's right, the Beeline ENT Entertainment. And then on Sunday nights, we going live on the line with that group panel discussion. Check us out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe. Also, pick up some merch. The Beeline ENT LLC. Let's go.
Now listen to the 11:30 podcast. Enjoy the show.
11:30 podcast. Dre Willsy is the new one. New with me. Yeah. I'm from the city. Yeah. DC, that's real.
WTW Wrestle Talk Wednesdays.
Check it out. First at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we got the Commission Talks, baby. Me, Ryan B., Warren Marlowe, the American Prodigy, and of course, your man Dre on Wheels from the 11:30 podcast, talking that wrestling. Yeah, join us Wednesdays. And after that, of course, you got STR Nation, baby. Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk. Brian B., Slim, Lay, Ray, that's right. Come join us. Leave your comments, fantasy book, and show the world who you care about in pro wrestling. Wednesday nights, WTW. Let's go. People, check it out. Are you looking for great content? You want to laugh? You want to talk about some serious stuff? Hey, whatever you're looking for, I guarantee you can find it at Opulence Radio, a black-owned radio station with great content. Check out all the shows. Yeah, it's a lot to talk about. Enough for you to enjoy. Check out Opulence Radio at www.opulenceradio.com. Download the apps today.
The deck is stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you.
Get more W. That Gentlest energy drink mix that's going to power you through your gaming, content creation, whatever you're doing, is there for you. Enter that promo code BrianB_NRG and get 10% off your order today. Get more W, get more power.
Yes, you are, yes, you are, yes, you are the only one, 'cause there's something special about you.
Check it out. Yo, listen, it is Tuesday. Tuesday means it's time for the Beeline. That's right. Man, I've been doing too many wrestling shows. I can't get out of it. Yeah, what's good? It's me, Brian B. And if you don't know, Tuesday is the place to be because it is time for the Beeline Web Show. We have officially hit. This is number 98, bro. It's 98, episode 98 of the Beeline Web Show. This is the show that started it all for me. This is the very first show I ever put out 4 years ago, and we are now on number 98. Now it should be a lot higher because I've been out for about 4 years. We do other episodes. We take days off. You know, it's just what it is. Don't judge me, all right? So we're gonna talk some shit tonight. I haven't been on the web show in a couple weeks. I've been gearing up. Check it out. I don't know if I've shared this with everybody yet, but the 100th episode of the Beeline Web Show is going to be a giant episode. It's going to be a live episode. We're going to have some guests on, and it's going to be kind of a trip down memory lane. We're going to have a lot of clips of the show. We're going to talk about different segments. We're going to talk about where we grew from these segments. It's going to be a lot of interesting information. So if you've been a fan and you've been following from day one, well, you're going on to the 100, baby. It's still crazy to say out loud, man. But thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything, man. I really appreciate everybody that's in here. But if you don't know, this is the Beeline Web Show Tuesday night. We got some guests. It's gonna be some screens on the screen. We ain't going through COVID mania no more. Damn, y'all remember all that shit back in the day? We still are doing this. Oh.
Straight to the point, baby. It's going down in 3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go. Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Is the influence you have.
Again with strangers!
You gotta be able to clean the baby's ass.
Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go!
That's right, guys. Listen, once again, thank you guys so much. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you follow, make sure that you click likes or bells or whistles, whatever the fuck. I don't got any words. Don't be checking YouTube and shit like that no more. I'm just like, yo, listen, I'm just recording and putting it out there. Hey, I'm just gonna say real quick. Guess what? People who sold me this shit right here, listen, kiss my ass, okay? Because this sucks. Don't buy this shit, okay? I bought this thing. It was going to be like the greatest thing on the planet. I'm over here playing around with it, thinking I'm doing something wrong, trying to go to college and shit for it. But it sucks. It just doesn't work, okay? For some reason, it's like all these quality machines and stuff like that. You pay $1,000 for them, and then you still get them, and you can't hear the quality well. I got these wireless microphones and devices and shit like that. Listen, bro, I'm tired of wasting my money. I'm just going to use what I've got. It's working out for me this far, and that's what it is. I ain't advancing no more because apparently it ain't worth it. So listen, we're gonna be talking that news today, man. If you back from Brian B's news segments, then it's gonna be a good day for you because I haven't had one in a while. There's definitely a lot to talk about. So it may be a little bit more serious conversations that we're gonna be having tonight, but we're still gonna make you laugh. I'm crazy. I'm just saying any fucking thing. I don't care. You got some liquor. I forgot a little alcohol. You don't think it's open shots, man? Why not, man? You know, it's the end of the night. But I do have some guests in the room with me, and they're no strangers to the show at all. You know, coming from, you know, let me get this straight because I've been working all day or whatever. But I got my boy Troy DeRyan. I'm gonna let him introduce himself because you gotta know how it is. Yeah, once you come to my house, you know, you go in my refrigerator to eat my food. It is what it is now. I ain't babysitting. Troy D. What's up, Troy?
What up? What up? What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? Chilling, man. I got some energy.
Ready to do the show. I had a little iced coffee, you know.
I
got a little coffee, so I'm ready to talk some shit, you know. I got a little.
Let's do some shit.
You know, so let's do it.
Let's do some adult shit. I feel like I should have like a suit on or something like that. I'm trying to do the news. I don't even have my glasses on. Yo, listen. Yo, we better smell. There you go. I got the two. Oh, shit. Yo, we're going to get spirits at the end of it. Yo, we should smell good tonight because we got the smell good queen herself back in the building telling me I'm white and she's black. We got one girl, Sarah. What up, Sarah? What's good?
Hi, Sarah? I'm super happy to be back. And yes, I smell really good today. I don't know about y'all. Okay. I am wearing that D&G L'Imperatrice. Or you can just say D&G number 3 for those who can't pronounce that. And I smell like watermelon and good something else.
Hey, listen, Watermelon is the scent you going for? Hey, listen, I can't be mad. People gonna be chasing you, trying to eat your ass all damn day. Listen, I love watermelon. I'm talking about Starburst. I'm talking about Jolly Ranchers. Yo, listen,
I
that's
fucking
my shit.
hate watermelon. Everything.
Really?
I don't eat watermelon flavored stuff, and I don't eat the fruit either. But this perfume smells amazing.
I'm tripping right now. Watermelon is the best, yo. Especially
It's juicy. It's juicy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Do y'all got
Yeah.
Publix by y'all?
Do we have a who?
Publix, the store Publix.
I don't think we have them in St. Louis, but I think I've seen them in like Tennessee and places like that when I travel.
Yeah, yeah. How about you, Troy? You got Publix around you?
Nah.
Listen,
I know what you're talking about though, because I know they got them in Cali and shit.
yeah, Publix, they're expensive as shit, right? They're a grocery store. They're expensive as shit. Like you go to Walmart, you go to Kroger or ShopRite, whatever. Publix, motherfucker, you got rich shop there. But their fruit, their produce section is unbelievable, man. We go there and we get like their cut fruit, and it's like $30 a bowl. But that shit is always fresh.
It's like Whole Foods on crack. Or like Whole Foods.
We got Whole Foods.
It's like
Whole Foods and
like,
Fresh Time. They just be doing too much with them prices.
Listen, but when you eat them, like we had just got some
$25 tomatoes and shit.
Bruh, you go to Walmart, I don't know what the fuck they do or where they get their produce from, but it's like they get it from jail or some shit. Yo, it tastes like they cut that shit in a bathroom or something. Yo, I don't know why it's so bad. I don't know, bro. Publix, you doing your thing with produce.
That's funny.
Guys, listen, glad to have you guys back on. It's been a little while since I had a show with like some guests and stuff like that outside of the wrestling show. Guys, definitely we will be back on Commission Talk.
He don't care about nothing else. He just care about wrestling.
Listen, wrestling is the shit. Wrestling been wrestling lately. That's why. But we're gonna be back next week with wrestling show. Tomorrow, of course, we're gonna have a Commission as well as STR at 9, man.
Real quick question though: have them two girls fought yet? Has that? I don't remember her name, but she's fighting Nia Jax. Rhea
Ripley?
Rhea Ripley, yes. Have they fought yet?
Yeah, they fought. That was Saturday. That was 5 a.m. in the morning, Elimination Chamber.
Oh my God, 5 a.m. Who won?
I got up for it. Rhea won. It was okay. The Elimination Chamber was not that good to me. I mean, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. But I didn't really enjoy it. But yeah, Rhea won.
I'm thinking about rewatching, going back one day. I might one day just to see what the fuck.
I don't think she can whoop old girl in real life though. So this is what I be visioning in my head. If they fight, they scrapping for real. Who winning?
Nah, Nia's a beast, yo. Nia's a beast. Samoan too. Nah,
exactly.
Hawaiians, them motherfuckers, they fight for fun. Like people talk about the Irish, them Samoans, them motherfuckers just fight. They don't care about nothing.
And they little skirts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all of them fine.
Yep. Oh, I don't know about that. It depends on who you're looking at, I guess.
Woo!
Yeah. I know they all got good hair. I'll tell you that shit. I want a piece of that.
Yeah.
Like the hair. I
always wonder why The Rock cut his hair off because he had pretty hair. So I don't think he has to be bald. I think he chooses to.
Maybe his head is too big for it though.
Balding. He was balding even in WWE. I mean, he was.
Was it? Okay, he got that from his daddy.
Well, no, like towards the end, because he did hair in the beginning, but it was like this weird, like Elvis kind of. I don't know. It was like a weird like thing going on.
Yeah,
or something.
And he had that forehead of champions.
Yeah, he had like a comb over or something. Yeah.
He had a WWE championship forehead. Yeah.
And then he did that fucking eyebrow. Okay, I can't.
Man,
that turtleneck and that fanny pack were everything.
That was life, right? That was 97. That was 96, 97 Rock right there. But yeah, I love wrestling, man. I always will. Yeah, Troy, check it out. I mean, it's not something that like. I mean, if you get
you can't take it too seriously. I mean, you can take the commentary seriously, but you can't you can't be out here thinking people dying for real. It ain't that. Yeah. Well, rest in peace, Owen Hart. Some people do.
It was just storylines that they used to do back in the day, kind of pulled me to the side. Motherfuckers running in the back, dropping niggas on their knees and shit. I'm like, wait, okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Choppy. Listen, that was weird.
This shit ain't real.
Woo!
Oh, wow. Yo, wrestling was wild back in the day.
Man,
but listen, speaking of, that's a nice segue right there. Speaking of wild, man, I chose to do this show tonight because, like I said to everybody, like I really want to talk about some stuff that's going on, man, in the world, yo. Now, I want to hit a quick disclaimer, yo. I'm not really the one to kind of talk on some of these topics that I'm gonna talk on tonight because I'm not just that guy. Like, I don't really give a fuck, yo. I'm one of them. I am one of them type of people who's just like, I just go with it, just go with the program. If something happens, I'll deal with it. There's nothing I can't deal with. That's how I look at it. Like, fuck it. If it happens, I'll deal with it. I'll figure it out eventually, and then I'll get by. But there's been a lot of concerning stuff going on, man. I don't know if I'm just getting older and just getting into my transition where I start watching nothing but CNN and Fox News or some shit. But old people that all they watch the fucking news all day. Like, bro, get a hobby. Yeah. But how you guys been feeling? You guys been feeling like the world's taking like a weird kind of turn lately, or is it just same old, same old? Start with Tara.
Oh no, the world has been, it's definitely been on a weird turn. We got politics, we got racism at an all-time high. Things are just difficult right now. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I think the reason we're in the situation that we're in is because we refuse ourselves to get involved. There are so many people who still want to be Crips and Bloods. That is Democrats and Republicans. They're not looking at the Green Party. They're not looking at the Constitution Party. They're not looking at independents. And so we keep being told we have two parties. You see the Biden or it's Trump. That's not true. RFK is running. We got a whole Kennedy running. Yeah, they actually let one of them live. So we got a whole Kennedy running. He makes a lot of sense. He comes from that life. People say he's a conspiracy theorist, but who isn't at these times? You know what I'm saying? But I don't think the world is ready for Cornel West. That's as the president. That's my personal opinion. But I think that we really need to get more involved and pay attention to everyone who's running and make a more informed decision.
Okay. Well, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah. So you basically touched on this topic that I'm going to get on, having this discussion. It's definitely an election year. And it's always weird during this time. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been any fucking weirder than the last, 3 elections that we've had, presidential elections. I mean, from all the way back from, Bush and that was it, Bush and Gore or
Al
whatever.
Gore, yeah, baby. They stole that election from that man. That was crazy. That was my first introduction to you can win the popular vote, meaning the ones that we voted. The people could vote for you by millions more. You could go, no, I don't trust that count, and then just switch it up and win again.
Bro, it's crazy fucking life, yo.
Simple as that.
Like you said, Tara, that's kind of what introduced me to, like, I remember those conversations, and I don't know what was happening before then because I was too young to pay attention.
Yeah.
That was like the beginning stage where I was like, well, what the hell does that mean? Like, I don't know. And then you had to get, taught. And then I'm like, well, what does this mean? And I remember like learning from there, like, oh, so this many people can win the states and all this other shit. I'm not that guy. I don't give a fuck. Like I said before, like I'm not trying to be a hater or nothing, but I'm just like, to me, all this shit is rigged, man. They always got an agenda. There's always something going on. So I choose to opt out, man. Oh, but you're such an important part. Your vote matters. Apparently not, because y'all motherfuckers just doing whatever you want to do all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Troy, how about you, man? How you feel about the state of of your world? Around you, like how you feel about shit going on right now?
I feel like it's probably gonna sound like some hippie shit, but I feel like the world is actually a lot of things are crumbling. Like the way that we've always operated, the way that society's always operated, governments and stuff like that, they're crumbling and breaking, and like we're overall actually evolving. And it's getting to a point where either you evolve or you out kind of thing. Because like how you mentioned with elections, like people's biggest fear is AI, which one as a graphic designer for like 15 years is kind of funny to me because it's like all it's doing is just a computer doing what we've already been doing forever anyway. Motherfuckers can people can make videos like that now, and you know what I'm saying, without AI and still train the fuck out. So why is it now? Oh shit, graphics. That's all. That's it. That's it's like motherfuckers have been doing that.
Yeah,
like I get the initial fear of it, but it's not that different from what motherfuckers have already been doing. People have been making.
I'm gonna need you to sit down and watch the Terminator.
Unbelievable. Oh no, I've seen that. I understand that. I'm just talking about as far as I believe in. I guess that's a problem. That's something I think about, like as far as jobs, getting rid of trying to replace people. But I mean specifically graphics scaring people in videos and be like, oh shit, we ain't gonna know what's real. It's like I see some of the shit I can tell immediately as a graphic designer myself. And granted, not everybody has done that has the experience that I have, but 15 years of I'm like, I've been seeing shit that was like, damn, nigga, is this real? Hold on. Like, damn, this shit is fire. So it's like that's not some brand new thing. I think it's a fear tactic that happens in people when things come around and it gets attached to. Yes, that is that part fear of like Terminator, because I do think it's okay. Because I try not to feed into fear tactics. Like,
but you can't.
That's
but
always
see,
a possibility.
I want to say this. I want to say this real quick. I'm gonna say it real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna say this real quick. You said something a lot of times, and you were even getting lost in translation with your own thoughts because you were trying to commit to it. The thing is, you don't want to give in to fear tactics, and you've already basically established that what we're speaking on is a fear tactic. So now you're kind of, and I'm not saying you're doing it like intentionally or even I might be wrong completely, but you're choosing to make sure that your narrative stays complete by having any other kind of thought pattern that can go against giving into what we're speaking on. Because like Tara just said, I understand graphic design of 15 years, you look at stuff. The problem is AI is becoming and developing in rapid fucking speed, yo. Something that's gonna basically be better than anything that we can do, like immediately. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it is a change of like, what's real and what's not real. It is them taking people's voice, even on just simple shit like TikTok and playing games, and notice how games and playing with shit is always the beginning stages to like next level advancement and shit. Now when and it starts out as like, you can get this little thing and then blah 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 whatever, and the next thing, well, this is the only way that you can order your food from now on because this is what DoorDash is. That's why it's important to pay attention and understand the concept of what could be.
So that I mean, yeah. So I do. When I say I don't give into fear tactics, I keep it in the back of my mind, but I'm also always paying attention to where it's something that I want you to be afraid of. Because my biggest thing from noticing and just working with people and being around people that have been in government, different parts of government, if you're afraid, it's easier to control you. So you won't think for yourself. You'll listen to what the fuck I tell you is good or bad. So I try to keep that in the back of my mind, you know what I'm saying? But I hit what I kind of mean about evolve or perish, because now people are going to be forced to have discernment. You will be forced to be like, wait a minute, question things. You're in a place where you have to start to question things, and most people don't question shit. So it's just like, yeah. So it's just like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like everything is, it's scary, but it is also evolving. Like I've worked with AI and certain shit, and it's like cool as fuck to me. Like, damn, this is kind of. But I keep in the back of my mind, nigga, hey, this could be the Terminator you're talking to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
iRobot,
totally
all of that.
Unaware.
That's the problem for me. Graphics look beautiful and all that, but that's never where it's. But it doesn't have to be. But it doesn't have to be. See, using AI we're going to be replaced. Our jobs are going to go. They're not going to need human graphic designers anymore. AI is going to solidify all of that.
That's what I mean. Fear tactic. We're afraid that
go watch Black Mirror.
I'm not afraid. Tactics. I know it's coming, and that's different between fear. We've seen this story 1,000 fucking times. It's exactly what's going to happen. Look at the self-checkouts. Self-checkouts is a prehistoric version of this.
Just because one industry goes away, why can't another industry be created? That's for us.
It can be.
Like, okay, they can replace one thing. It's like, I think it's going to replace like regular job shit. Yeah. But I feel like if you're.
But what happens to those people who do those regular jobs?
You can't be. Well, yes.
That's what matters. Yeah.
That's a genuine concern. But that's what I mean. Like, why can't the thought of like, because we don't know what that will look like. Maybe a new industry will come out that AI can't do yet or something, or like they just won't do because it's like, okay, well, we need people for this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the fear that it's like the fear that we have with each other. Of like when another one of us gets success, it's like, oh, it's limited success out there. We gotta we gotta knock this motherfucker out. Like now, Troy, because everything is so limited. We don't.
If we haven't already created this new genre of jobs, that's the thing about 2024. Everything's regurgitated. Tyler Perry over here rewriting the same movie over and over again, and all the commercials are the same over and over again. Nobody's creating anything original. AI is gonna come. It's gonna replace people like the self-checkouts replace cashiers. You think it what?
I don't think I know it can definitely replace people, and it's not talking shit, but I don't think an AI can replace me.
Yeah, that's great if you don't think that.
Like in my everyday job,
But
my work,
yeah.
But what I do, as far as what I create, where it comes from my soul. So it's like
I mean, yeah, but who's gonna pay you for that if AI can come out here and do it too? See, people are talking to these little chatbot things, asking them questions. The thing is writing dissertations for them. What the hell do we need to think for? Have you ever seen the movie WALL-E?
Exactly. So you will have to start to think for yourself.
That's where we're headed.
You have to.
Listen, I'm listening to both of you guys' argument, and both of you guys are speaking the same thing. Troy, you're a little bit. Your argument is a little bit more defensive because you're trying to basically, basically just state, like, hey, listen, I understand that it is possible, but I don't see anything as far as it's not like it'll never be me, so I'm not worried. And Tara, your argument is more like, listen, we're already kind of living in this atmosphere from small pieces of the puzzle that we have now that we can put together ourselves to pieces of the puzzle that we're starting to see being developed in front of our eyes, and knowing with that information there's way bigger and more pieces of the puzzle that are coming in the future. I have a I'm on both of your sides as far as each part of your argument, because I do agree that AI creating movies and shit like that or whatever, and writing scripts. I've actually been on a couple of shows where we actually read some AI scripts that were done. One for the what the hell was it? Fast and the Furious, and Transformers. We made a whole fucking script for it, a whole synopsis, everything, and we read it on air. And to be honest with you, the guy who was doing it, he was laughing like it was like, oh man, this is so crazy, this is so stupid. And I was listening to it like, yo, listen, that shit sounds okay. Like, I could watch it. It's real shit. Like, it's not like they're gonna go all the way to the left or whatever, and it's not gonna be something that's just impossible. Like, nah, the shit that they put together is actually pretty legit.
Yeah.
The problem is that
like
the problem is that where we at is like we're gonna start to be able to not distinguish the difference between humanity and cybernetic or whatever. And that is definitely something that is on the cusp. There's no way it's not. Have you guys seen these TikToks or whatever where you have a lot of times that I see them, probably because what I'm watching, stuff like that, it's like Joe Rogan or maybe a singer or like even like a news reporter or some shit like that. And it'll be a whole video. And I'll be watching the video, especially like Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan podcasts and shit. And it'll be Joe Rogan just talking in the background, but it'll be the pictures playing and shit like that. And then I remember one day I was listening to it, and I was like, damn, this shit does not sound like fucking Joe Rogan. Like, he doesn't have these kind of like thoughts and concepts. And my girl was like, she was like, yeah, well, that's probably an AI generated video. And for the first time, like, I really understood. Wait a second, so you're telling me that this is Joe Rogan talking, and I'm sitting there thinking this whole time, like, what the fuck is wrong with Joe Rogan? He don't never talk like this. That fact, I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even understand shit. But that shit beat me. That shit beat me right there. I was like, yeah, because if anybody else who doesn't even maybe understand just even a little bit less than me, now they automatically think that Joe Rogan has a different mentality of them listening to every fucking fast.
But that's what I mean. But you have to ask questions. We will have to move into
Troy, even though you have to ask questions, I mean, I don't feel like that understanding, even if you have that understanding, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I have that understanding. But the fact is, humanity as a whole would have to have that understanding for the AI generated shit to not fucking be effective. You feel me? So
but
if we're gonna
people are losing money. They are creating Drake songs, Michael Jackson songs, Justin Bieber songs that aren't even real. And you saw whole bop, and you like, damn, I ain't know Mike released this because he fucking didn't. They're writing songs and they're just replacing people in jobs that will no longer be able to provide for themselves. And this deep fake stuff where they can make a whole video where it really looks like the person. You could have been at home sleeping. If you don't have an alibi, you're going to jail for the murder we just saw you commit. Bro, that scares me.
There you go. That's another big ass point right there. That's another big ass point right there. There is a lot. There is a lot. Now, Troy, like you said, it is going to open doors in other areas because you are going to have to start being more aware or maybe protect yourselves in ways that you never had. Just like when cybercrime started happening. And people started getting, instead of cash, they were using debit cards and shit like that or whatever. Then you found out that your card information can be hacked. So then you had to go get fucking cyber lock or whatever the shit is. So your identity didn't get stolen. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be different avenues you're probably going to place yourself in. Just like Tara just said, like, yeah, you might have to, start thinking, hey, where's my alibi? Maybe I need a local check-in point because this video just made it like I killed my mother and shit. Now she's dead. For real, bro. On some crazy. This wasn't even part of the conversation that I was going to have tonight. But literally, like you guys are saying, it's one of the things that's happening that's changing, drastically in the world right now, man. And I still think that it's fun. I still think that people are looking at it as the fun status for the most part right now. But at the same time, this is that fun time that I feel is going to be a huge developmental factor in our fucking future as just a species.
When iRobot happens, I'm gonna call you two motherfuckers first, and I'm gonna go. Remember when y'all was having a fun time? Because I told you I don't do it. I don't want nothing to do with this.
Because with this, it feels like there's also with this, it also feels like there's a fight against. Like I keep like. So I think about, like the Jetsons and like movies and shit, cartoons we've always grown up seeing of like what the future might look like. It's like motherfuckers like, damn, should we have flying cars by now and robots?
Yep.
Like, shouldn't we should it is the future. Shouldn't we be moving towards things like this? Like that's what evolving is.
Troy, motherfuckers can't drive on the street. Like, why want you flying? I don't want no flying cars. I mean, if you can't drive on the street,
if we make it that fucking far.
No.
At that point, it's more space. Shit, you can fly your ass over, motherfucker.
Could you imagine people trying to fly with them big ass buildings in New York? It's gonna be a natural disaster.
But as that's just a little point. But like, you know what I'm saying? Again, just the idea of like the future. Shouldn't we be evolving anyway? Like, shouldn't we be on shit like this? We should probably be fucking farther. And the reality is the government don't give us everything, so they way more ahead of us. The richest motherfuckers.
But why do we have to evolve with machines?
Leftovers.
We know these machines are going to eventually figure out that we are the problem and the parasites on Earth and kill us all. Age of Ultron, Terminator.
Well, we gotta get better. How about that?
But humans are flawed.
Humans are flawed.
So you have a very positive outlook. Like there's so many different answers that we can all just fix together.
I'm like, y'all right.
Motherfuckers can't fix their shit on a regular. They ain't gonna just come together at the last minute to save humanity. They're gonna they're gonna die off with the masses.
But it's just like I agree. It just sounds like fuck the future. We should just keep stopping here.
We should work at being better humans. We don't need robots to help us do everything. At least don't make them so smart that they can turn around and realize we're the problem. Cut off make it a limitation to where they can't become. Look, I don't want no sex robot. I don't want a robot to come and clean my house. Do you know how scared I would be to sleep in my house? You wake up at night, that bitch just standing in the doorway staring at you. I don't have time for that.
Hello, Sarah. I was waiting for you to awake.
Hold on, wait. This is the conversation. Hold on, wait. Let's do this real quick. Because I was about to just jump into it. I want to make sure we do it. Tara, you just get a good point. Now listen, this is where it's going to get crazy. You just said topic is sex robot now. Sex robot. A robot that you buy because you said to yourself, listen, dating is hard. I'm tired of dealing with something, but I want companionship. I want something that I can be sexually intimate with. Exactly. Or I'm just horny. And I want something that is going to be serviceable to my needs. I don't have to do anything out of my ordinary. I can do whatever the fuck I want still. I can live the type of life that I want. And I don't got to worry about it going crazy and blah, 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 this and that.
They are right on STDs,
killing my kids.
Pregnancy, none of it.
Now, you build that list, right? That's all the list for the good shit of the robot. Now, go ahead and build the good shit of a person. When you date somebody, you got to worry about them cheating on you, whipping on you. I guarantee you the list is a lot longer for a person than it is for that fucking robot.
Yep.
Ain't that crazy to understand?
And then you find this person never leaves the house again because they work from home and they got their companion there. So now they have left the human society. And now we got Wally, like I said, Wally, we gonna be all 4,000 pounds, drinking all of our food through straws and laying on floating fucking scooters. It's ridiculous.
I'm on my way. I'm on my fucking way.
That's why motherfuckers go back to self. Like it's like remind yourself, motherfucker, go outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remind yourself that this ain't fucking a person. This is a computer, or you know what I'm saying. It's not real. Like if you fall into that, you're not consciously reminding yourself of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know,
that's true, but
everybody has mental health issues right now, so that's the escape they're looking for. How many times you hear your friends go, "I wish I could just work from home because I just don't even want to be around people," or "I hate people. I wish I could just stay at home all the time." There are a lot of people who would choose that option to get lost in their robot.
I wouldn't want to get lost in
their
it. I
robot.
love. Yeah.
I feel
all this anxiety, all of this depression. It's
but then
the
it's like, would they
storm.
feel? But, okay, so that's another question, because if they don't like to be around people and they're not around people anyway, like wouldn't that maybe help to have them have a companion? People say get a dog. Like I know some people who like can't be alone, literally struggle, and it's like I'm like personally, like I love to be around people and talk to people, but I truly value my alone time. I can be totally fine by myself for a minute, and like some people can't. So it's like, wouldn't that help some of those kind of people to just even have that? Like, yes, they should get back into the world.
Get a fucking dog, not a sex robot.
I mean, but a dog can talk. That's not a human either. They can't give you what a human can either.
But you got to take a dog outside to walk. So that dog is gonna help you get sunshine. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna help.
So what if they program the robot to remind you that? So if that's programmed into the robot to remind you.
Oh my God!
Hey, it's time to go
I'm
outside.
telling you, I bet not hear you screaming and hollering when your robot turn on you. You bet not complain at all. I'm gonna say no. You want it?
Now,
you need to program your life, baby. Nope.
My point was to that though is that with the human, there are factors that you definitely are getting that are going to be something that you can't replace, because there is humanity. There is, like, you know, the conversation that you have with the feelings and shit like that or whatever that you're probably not going to get with a machine. You're going to get interpretation with that. So that
it's not going to laugh at your jokes at all.
It might. I mean, it might be programmed.
Ha ha ha.
That'd be the best thing for the corniest people in the fucking world and shit. Because the corny jokes will finally be funny. But
you think I'm funny.
They'd be in love with that shit, right? But anyway, like I was saying, like, so it's definitely a really, really interesting, like, you know, thought pattern, because this is another area, like we were just talking about jobs, to replace jobs. Check this shit out. I hate going to fast food. I hate it. You know why I hate it? Because you got some fucking 16-year-old over there kicking and dropping your sandwich, snotting in your food, fucking making TikTok videos while they're making your burger and shit. And then you can't help you. It's all messed up. It's never cooked right. There's no fries. They're missing something. They drank half your soda. And then, so after a while, when you go to McDonald's, you start getting tired of them giving you fucking 8 nuggets when the packet's supposed to be 10. And you're like, okay, fuck these people in the store. Fire all
sauce and shit. And
then you get one robot. And you get the one McDonald's, and you get a machine that's in there perfectly making your food. And it's done instantly. You think that, would you honestly give that shit up and say, fuck all y'all in this McDonald's right now, get out and let Roger 3000 go in there and fucking cook your whole meal?
You shouldn't be eating McDonald's anyway, because that shit ain't real. And I say go home and cook. Go home and cook. Because let me tell you something. No, thank you.
That bullshit.
And then when your kids get older, and when they 16 and 17, you want them to get out and start working so they can get off your nerves. Now they ain't got nowhere to go. Now they ain't home with you because Roger 3000 doing all the damn jobs that they have at 16.
Listen, Roger 3000, he mowing lawns, he cooking McDonald's, he doing it all at the same time.
Like that little robot machine that the doctors are operating with, that machine that they operate with, that's supposed to be so precise. The doctors controlling it, it killed a woman. Like this, like we put too much on this. Still a machine, and it still needs someone to help it. But sometimes it doesn't listen. The doctor controlled it to do this. It still did something else and murdered that woman on the table. You can't lock it up.
Shit.
God damn!
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah. So and it's like, and this same machine has done it to other people before. It has recalls and different things, and we still trying to push through. So I don't recommend letting the machine do your surgeries. To trust the human. How long have we had human doctors saving motherfuckers?
Trust a human.
Right.
The doctor, the surgery, I'd rather.
I mean, they fucked up. They fucked up before too.
I mean, yes, but I just ain't fucking with nobody like that.
Like your shock therapy until she died.
And they used to do lobotomies too. They used to do lobotomies too. But I mean, I just can't get with the machine.
So that's the thing. It's not like we always been fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
humans are flawed.
Let me tell you something. Here's the answer to that, Troy. If somebody fucks up, if the machine kills your loved one, you can't whoop the machine ass. Okay, the machine might whoop your ass, but if the doctor do it, you might be able to take his ass out and bust his head right over to the white meat, and you'll feel better. So
at least, yeah. Okay. At least you got just whoop some ass.
I guess it's fine.
Exactly, or send them to jail. The robot has no consequences. It can just be left to go murder some more people.
Tara, listen. When I was younger, right, I used to play my PlayStation and shit, right? I played the PlayStation, and sometimes PlayStation didn't want to work. So you said we can't whoop his ass. Well, you're wrong. Cause I used to fuck my PlayStation up.
Dog,
took that bitch. I remember one time I took that shit. That shit was skipping. You know, it used to make that sound. Open that shit. I was cleaning the disc. I was cleaning it with detergent, Kool-Aid, every fucking thing I had in the house.
Kool-Aid. Oh my god.
That bitch. I closed it. I said, "You got to fucking work." I pressed that power button. That shit came on. Yo, hey, Beeline, y'all remember the PlayStation used to come on? It used to go. It would come on like it was coming on. You're like, oh, yeah, and then it would just freeze.
Just sit there. Dog, they used to drive me fucking.
I murdered that fucking place. I took that bitch.
You know what?
I put that bitch in the bathroom.
Okay.
I put that bitch in the bathroom of my house where it had the hardest floors and started power bombing and wrestling moves and shit.
My God.
Listen, bro. I'll fucking machine
boys
up.
Are a fucking mess.
A mess. A whole entire
mess.
I'm telling you.
That bitch.
An interesting conversation. I didn't even know we were gonna have that. I was fucking that shit up. But, all right, so that was interesting. Okay, so that's interesting. So y'all parts of the world, like y'all seeing Troy. I think Troy started that conversation right there. But AI, yeah, it's interesting, man. I mean, we're gonna see what goes.
Oh yeah, I did have a
point.
Got
pros and cons. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say I do. I was kind of gonna harp on what she was saying because I worked at a restaurant as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So, I do think it is something that it's a teenage experience. It's a good way to get introduced to the workforce. So it's something that should still exist for that. But as a business owner, getting older, being a business owner, I could see that being an attraction if half of the kids, people are complaining, their attitudes, they fucking food, all this shit, they in that TikTok shit, dropping fries and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, money-wise, this might have my thing going better, but I think it should be split. Like maybe, okay, have one in the back doing, food or whatever, still have these motherfucking kids because they still need that experience. But like also, yeah, you need to increase your productivity. You need to, have some shit right. So, all right. Had a motherfucking robots doing the fries on the side, a robot dipper, fry dipper, you know what I'm saying, or a robot burger flipper, just for the burger. That's what they at. But let the kids still have that too. So it will be like something I think should be split. So I think it should genuinely be considered what the industry is before AI is fully introduced. Because I don't think some of them should be fully AI. I think some of them could be, but I think some should have some there, but then also have people, you know what I'm saying, like a nice mix depending on what the industry is.
Brian, can you make sure I have a hard copy of this video? Because I swear to God, when these robots take over this shit, I am calling him. I'm going to say, look at this shit that you was talking. I'm
going to be too rich and my ass is going to be on Mars. The richest fuck on Mars with Elon Musk.
You're going to be like, I fully understand. I'm going to see these red eyes coming up behind. I'm like, oh, his robot in turn. Troy is nice knowing.
I'm going to call all of us and shit. And the robot's gonna record it and put it on Facebook and all that shit.
It's just scary to me. We've seen this movie 1,000 times and we're still walking right into it. Like, yeah, that's a good idea.
I like the only thing that's scary. Everything, if you look at it like that,
let's segue.
The idea of Illuminati.
Okay, we're definitely gonna segue now. Fuck that Illuminati shit. All right, I don't even want to go into that conversation today. All right, listen, we're gonna segue from what you just said. Movie. All right, so this is something that I had a conversation recently. We do a show on my man Dre on Wheels. He does a show called Beyond 1130, and we were talking about. He was the one that actually introduced me to this movie. Very interesting movie. If y'all saw it on Netflix, called "Leave the World Behind." There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is another reason that sparked this topic that I wanted to talk about tonight because there's some shit that happened. Recently, with cell phones and everything like that, going out in AT&T and stuff like that. And they're still trying to confirm if it was a cyber hack, which I'm pretty sure was a fucking cyber hack. and they're not going to admit it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know shit. We just get TikTok information. But yeah, so we got shit actively going on at this point, man. Like you guys, somebody said earlier in the conversation, somebody said something about like I don't know, it was along the lines of like speculation, like, oh, you don't know, it's conspiracy theory. I think somebody said, and anything can be deemed conspiracy. Anything can be deemed if it's not a grasp, a generally understood concept or whatever, or between everybody, then it's conspiracy. They're like, oh, I know this, but everybody doesn't know it, so I'm a conspiracy theorist now. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's that one motherfucker who's right, and all the other people who are just fed misinformation.
Exactly.
That's why it's difficult in this world we live in. That's why it's even more difficult, Troy, when it's even robots are just making shit up, and now we have to decipher through even that fucking shit. So it is a lot of difficult, scenarios we have to deal with right now. But in this Leave the World Behind movie, for people who haven't seen it, it's definitely a very detailed movie, and it basically depicts what would happen if all the power went out. All the fucking power stopped in the world. The power grid is done. People were running off of generators that had them, and everybody else just wouldn't have nothing. You have no internet, you don't got nothing that's available to you. Whatever traveling, systems you're working off of, everything stops, and it's really good. Now, what was really interesting to me is this movie was made and written or influenced or whatever by people who worked in the presidential, people, even President Obama. I don't know if it was directly him, but it was his camp had information.
Michelle, they
executive
produced it. They put money behind it.
There you go. This is a motherfucker that ran this country, the first black president, and he's over here putting movies out like this, which is fucking crazy.
Well, it was a book, so he really.
Did everybody see this?
Like, oh shit!
Did everybody see this movie?
I did.
Yeah,
I saw it.
I'm gonna tell you the lesson that I got from it, because this movie at first I was like, "What the type of?" But if Julia Roberts in it, I'm trusting it. But this is the lesson that I learned from it. As humans, as adults, we so quick to not listen to kids. We are so quick to think that we know what's best for them, and don't even listen to what they're. How many times that little girl say, "Let's go over there"? How many times the little girl say, "Let's go over there"? And what? Baby, I said she should have locked the door behind her and don't let nobody else in. Ever in life. She got everything she needs she get older. And I'm just like, this is the time when we always get wrapped up in that age thing. I'm an adult. I know what's good. And don't listen to your kids. Listen to your kids. That's what I
she only wanted to go to try and find the show friends. So it made sense as to why I wasn't listening. But she should have still looked into it. Fuck it. All right, let's just see what's over here.
Boy, when that boy T started falling out, boy, I almost had a connection. I was like, what the hell was going on?
Isn't it crazy how they showed you like so many depictions of just all the possibilities? I think that's another thing. Like, we have the understanding of like, oh man, if the world stopped today or some shit like that, you think of the things that are going, oh, I'm gonna make sure I got canned food. I'm gonna make sure. But you don't think of what's gonna happen if you go to cut one of the cans open and you cut yourself too bad and you don't have the proper medication or proper treatment or anything like that to get it. Then what's the first thing you do? Call 911. You have motherfuckers calling that shit all over. 911 don't exist anymore. That fucking fast. 911 don't exist anymore. Now you're forced to figure everything out on your own in every type of way. And that's what's scary, man. If you're even somebody who is like well trained and stuff like that, one of them shelves they fucking built on some shit just falls and traps the motherfuckers up. Anything, bro. That door that you built that super keeps out all the chemicals and shit, that shit malfunctions. And now you can't even open it to get your air. The air thing. And this regular shit just go down and fuck up. I lose power in my house all the time. I might run the heater and what's it called at the same time. You can forget about it.
But you know what's funny when you say all of that, Brian? That's how the fucking world used to be. We didn't have all of this stuff. And they made it through the ice age and all kinds of crazy stuff. So we would just have to learn to be self-sufficient, self-sustaining. You have to start bartering. You got some neighbors with some chicken. You know how to make butter? Start bartering. We are humans. We can do this. We've just gotten spoiled.
But see, that's
right after a period.
Yeah.
That's right.
Half and half. I think because people say that all the time, but it's like we don't know if we could have survived in that time because we haven't had to. We haven't had to not live with. Oh yeah, you can say I don't fuck with most things, but there's something from now or from your life that for dinner, or if you like, bitch, they ain't got no shampoo, or like, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got no motherfucker, or you know, like that's some random shit, but like that was just some random shit, but like, you know, just like it's like when motherfuckers say like, you know, shit, I couldn't have been no slave back then. Like,
Yep.
it's
You don't
it's
know
kind of in that
because you didn't
similar
have to
thought,
do it.
like, you know what I'm saying, because you haven't had to do that. So like,
Yeah.
There would be a lot of
here's
people
like,
who would
okay, we
kill
can
themselves.
easily
There
say
would be a
that.
lot of people who would kill themselves. Let's be clear. People would be
the
like, I
life
can't do this.
expectancy.
But you got some who already know how to garden, who already got chickens. You have them doomsday preppers. Go find a couple of them. They get you right.
But I mean, it's always the doomsday
Take
too.
them out,
That's another
too.
thought.
Take 'em
Like
out.
doomsday is always coming. 2012, year 2000. Like
right.
remember it was like
Y2K.
06 when that fucking
None of them
big ass.
motherfuckers gonna be right though. That's the
was that
scary
big ass
shit.
blackout?
Yeah, one day
That
they
big
gonna be
ass
right.
blackout that
One day they're gonna be right. That's the scary shit.
Listen,
But,
do you
Flan,
ever you
Flan
when I
said,
see
all right, hold on. Flan said that we got the life expectancy used to be about 40. Shit, it was even less than that.
Yeah,
you know,
motherfuckers be
at a
like
certain
25.
point.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Getting
That
old
is a
in my
good point
years.
because of the advancements
My
and the
lord.
development we have had in our in our lives and shit. It has grown all the way to like, we could be fucking 90-something years old in good health.
90, damn near
Eat the
100.
right
So
things, take
imagine
care
well,
of
then
yourself.
you would just be living a
That's
great,
advancement.
healthy 40 years. I mean, that's what you got to look forward to.
Well, I don't know how healthy it was, depending on which time, because it's like you either had to deal with racism or fucked up diseases or nasty ass people who was like shitting everywhere in the medieval times.
Fucked up diseases, they keep
don't
you in
show
the house.
shit in the movies. It
We
was shit
was
everywhere.
grown as
half the
hell,
time.
and they told us we couldn't leave the house during COVID. So even with all the technology we got, COVID still had everybody ass in the house.
Yeah, but was that more COVID or was that more authority? Because at the end of the day, COVID was the
I think that was
excuse
more
for
fear.
authority to
Motherfuckers was
keep us in the
afraid
house.
of what was going to happen.
Because no, I think that's because motherfuckers was told to stay in the fucking
I think
house.
COVID was a test. To see how
I mean,
think that was
basically, just think. Yo, hold on. Think about it like this: if COVID happened and there wasn't not one motherfucker to come on the TV screen, any kind of figure of authority to come on and say everybody should stay home, what would motherfuckers be doing?
Everything they was normally doing.
Going bowling, going everywhere. COVID, sick and sneezing and farting and shitting on themselves. They still be at the bar playing pool, going on dates.
Oh yeah, niggas that was sick and
don't
wasn't saying shit. But like, I feel like COVID was a test to see just how far they could take the fear tactic, and that
I
motherfucker
agree.
went far. It was like, oh,
I think that too, no doubt about it.
Y'all niggas are terrified. Y'all hanging on every single word. Got it.
The Oregon
So
Trail.
now at
How
this
many
point,
of y'all died of
dysentery?
Bro,
right?
Not a healthy life. You died from
Like,
simple
ain't
shit
no matter
back
what
in the
years
day.
you pick, that shit wasn't good. Just like
Well, but the thing is, if it happens, what we gonna do? These cyber attacks keep happening. One day they gonna hit the grid and it's gonna be out. What we gonna do? Sit around talking about what we wish the fuck we had? No, we got to figure it out.
Because we gonna develop magic, and that's another thing. Powers. We're gonna become the X-Men. But I'm gonna just shut up. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that conversation. We about to get our.
Oh my god, Brian, what are you doing?
All right, guys, look, we're gonna jump in. I thought I had my TikTok already pulled up, but apparently I was actually wrong. Oh, here it is. All right, so this is a video I wanted to check out with you guys and then get your understanding of it. The same topic that we're talking about. I don't know how clear you're gonna see it, but you really just gotta hear it. That's all. So here we go. Check this out.
2024 is going to be very chaotic.
Can everybody hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's going to be weird. There's some weird movies coming out. How many guys saw the recent movie Leave the World Behind? Anybody saw that movie there? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know all these. Am I watching a movie or is this a documentary, realistic thing? And then I'm seeing Mark Zuckerberg just spent $100 million building a house in Hawaii with a nuclear bunker. What does he know that the rest of the world doesn't know about? Talk about the timing. Oh, accidentally, coincidentally, a week after that movie comes out, a new movie comes out. What's the name of that movie? Civil War. Leave the world behind. Our power grid in America hasn't been updated. 75% of it hasn't been updated in 50 years. And you're kind of talking about that. Then you're pitting whites against blacks. There's a line in the movie that says, Dad, you know if something goes down, we can't trust these white people. I know that's something both you and Mom agree on. Why do you put that line in the movie, Barack? And you were helping with the script. Why would you put that in the movie?
Because it's real. I'm sorry.
Why would you put that in the movie? Barack, weren't you the same guy that gave a talk at the DNC in 2004 about bringing people together? What happened to that guy?
Right. So that video was interesting. I kind of chose that video to watch because it kind of broke down some of the components of what I was talking about. Just one video that broke down some of the things that I was talking about, especially with the power grid going down and different things that they're really trying to show us. Like even the talk about COVID right now that we're having, we've been in kind of like a fucking practice stage, yo. I feel recently with everything that's been going on since 2020. I feel like it's just one thing after the next. I mean, the world is on the brink of fucking war, literally. And we say that in America, we're on the brink of war when motherfuckers is being bombed to shit as we speak right now. And that's what's fucking crazy. I think America, we definitely do forget a lot of times. We look at movies. This is our shit. This is our shit. It's a movie that we're talking about. While motherfuckers is living that shit right now in Gaza and all that stuff or whatever. So, it's just really weird to me. Like, I've been having these weird, understandings with life recently, to where even with the show, I'm back at it again, and I'm like, fuck. I've enjoyed coming back. I've been going hard for 6 fucking months. I haven't stopped. I've been on. I can't even count how many shows I've been on since I started back in August. But recently, I've started to have this mental block in me again, where it's I don't know how much I want to be attached to social media anymore. I don't know how much I want to keep doing shit. I'm just getting lost again, because I feel like there's so much important shit going on, and the shit I'm doing is so insignificant, yo. It's fucking with me hard. On some real shit, I'm not even bullshitting right now. It's fucking with me hard.
Yeah. But who to say it is? You know what I'm saying? I think it goes back to you got to check back in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be with God, whether that be with meditation, people are forgetting to have a spiritual base. You can't keep operating and just moving without checking in. And that's what the problem is. It starts right there. And we keep skipping and jumping over, avoiding ourselves. And that's where the problem is going to come in.
And Brian,
when you're with yourself or God, whatever the case is, that's going to check you and be like, hey, this ain't right. Something weird. When you don't have that, that's where discernment comes from. And so we just are walking around unable to discern shit and just looking at everything and just going through the motions without checking in. And that's where
but how do you know when you're checking in and when you're not checking in? Because maybe my checking in is the conflict that I am facing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you have
it could be, and you're absolutely correct. That could be how you're checking in. But here's the thing. What I need you to always remember is, no matter, first of all, my best friend comes and tells me something new every day that's fucked up in this world. And then I go, Alex, what do you want me to do with this? You keep pouring all this stuff on me and I can't change any of it or do anything. Sometimes I want to cry about it. Sometimes it literally makes me almost have an anxiety attack. I know why they say ignorance is bliss. Sometimes some shit is just so horrible, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to process it.
Yeah.
That's when someone like you comes in. We need someone who is going to make us laugh, who is going to offer us a distraction from the hurt and the pain and the horrors of reality. That's how you know you're needed. As long as we have a grid and as long as we have social media, and you can cut some of it out, you don't have to be on every platform, or maybe you limit how much time you spend on it, which is completely separate from how much time you use to create. Because you can create as much as you want, what you want. But don't ever forget that people still need to laugh and feel human and get lost. That's why we love music and movies. We get lost in something else other than reality. So it's needed. It's not insignificant. You could be helping some people stay sane.
Yeah,
because they get to come and watch you laugh. So
I agree with that. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, go ahead, Troy.
I want to hop on what Flan just said too, because that's kind of what was going to be my point. But also, I think about reminding ourselves again, a tactic thing that happens, that the world has always been fucked up like this. It's not brand new. It's always been fucked up. We just have more access to see it everywhere now. We couldn't. If something happened in Kentucky and we live in Detroit, we had no fucking idea. We just knew about what was happening in Detroit. Unless we didn't watch the news, like our grandparents. We don't have to watch the news because we see this shit on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everywhere we go. That's why it's like, pull back and breathe and check in with yourself. But it's not worse. It's always been fucked up. The world been fucked up. We just
it has been fucked up.
We can see what's happening in every single state right now.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are right. But I definitely do think that there is a little bit more going on right now. closer to shit that we haven't been to in a long time. I think personally, just from somebody who does,
But
even
it's
though it is
always,
kind
I
of
mean,
stressful.
shit.
Yeah, it's but see,
like,
that's another
It's
thing too.
always
Because
been messed up, but it's different ways of
it's
messed up.
different ways, yeah. Because that's a thing I was talking about, the last time where I was having a conversation. I was like, hey, when you talk to people, sometimes you just tell people like, hey, man, there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and then you got the person who's just like, listen, just like you just said, it's always that shit. It's always fucked up. And then you say to yourself, yeah, it's always fucked up. And then you both shake your head, and it's like, yeah, okay, we understand each other, right? And you're like, yeah, and you go on with your life. Like Trevor just said, ignorance is bliss. It's easy to have that. It's easy to have to understand. Yeah, everything's always fucked. Yeah, I broke my leg yesterday. All right, so everything's fucked. Fuck it. But when you really sit down and you say, man, she's really fucked up right now, and then you deal with somebody who's like, so what's happening? And then you have that conversation. Like, well, hey, listen, these guys are a bit. Now you're sitting there listening, like, holy shit, really? That is going on. Then maybe you research a little bit after it. Now you're not just, it is a lot to take on if you choose to take on. If you wanted to be one of the people who are just like, man, fuck it. But if you choose to really look in, now you're informed. It's a little bit different than just a generalized understanding. Like now you're informed. Now it's like, wait a minute, that is going on. Maybe I should. Now you can prepare. Now you're getting information. Now you're not just choosing the ignorance is bliss category. Now you're like, let me find out. What does everybody keep saying? And that's kind of like where I think I've been kind of stepping in lately. Like I've been just kind of taking in that part. Like I don't know how much I should just accept the fact of stuff's fucked up. I got a family of 3. How them motherfuckers out there, like she said, doomsday preppers, motherfuckers building canyons and shit. The rich people, more than they ever fucking have, are over there building bunkers and shit all over the fucking world. Burning down areas of the fucking planet in Hawaii and what was the other one? It was another one recently. The same shit happened in Hawaii. They didn't really get a lot of news coverage like Hawaii did. And they're building bunkers and shit. They got all this shit going on. There's a lot going on.
Look, I'm gonna tell you what they know. Mark Zuckerberg knows that if we go to war with China and Russia, shit ain't gonna be as easy as everybody think it is. People think, okay, America's the big bad. Let me explain something to you. China now has an army that's like quadruple the size of ours. They are training them on fucking islands. Okay, we don't have the biggest army anymore. And guess what? We're not the only ones with nukes. I'm so tired of people thinking that we are invincible and untouchable. Now I tell you this: if they fire some stuff off at us, we're gonna be able to match it in the air, probably every last one of them, and shoot some stuff back. But guess what? Then we are all screwed. You remember how the dinosaur, the sun couldn't get through? That's what it's gonna be. All of it's gonna. A lot of people are gonna die. Those states that are left untouched or places that are left, you won't have the sun coming through anymore. Now your plants can't grow. We're going to be fucked if we go to war. Either way, even if you're left living, the air quality, oxygen, and access to sunlight won't be there. And most of the stuff will be destroyed. What kind of life is that to live? If you don't have a bunker and an air filtration system, you're going to die eventually, a lot sooner than what you may have.
Yeah, I'm be on Mars. That's why I'm trying to get rich. I got time.
Anyway. Troy, no, but see, Troy, and that's the thing. And I'm not saying you are, but you're just kind of more of an example right now. Like, a lot of people don't want to hear shit like this, man, because it is scary and shit. But it's like,
it's terrifying.
But it is at the end of the day, it is reality, man. It's not like it probably will never happen. Hopefully, it will never happen. But as far as being a legit possibility. It's definitely a legit possibility.
But for that matter, everything is a possibility. You can walk outside and get hit by a car.
Yeah,
life is a possibility. Everything is a possibility. I mean, but so because I mean, like when I'm the whole like,
but if you're walking in traffic, you're a lot more likely to get hit by a fucking car. That's the thing.
I've been hit by a car.
You can drown in your bathtub, but if you're laying down in the water, you're way more likely to.
I've been hit by a car. So
but these are things that wouldn't be our fault.
But like,
we got people up in government making decisions that
this wouldn't be our fault either.
Catastrophes for us.
Yeah, but that would be like, it's like it's terrifying. Yes, like I'm not taking any of that away, and I totally agree that it is a possibility. But it's just a matter of how you maintain that thought.
I don't agree with that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm tired of that shit, bro.
Like, I ain't stupid. Like, stay woke type shit. But it's like
I feel like how you think about it or how you choose to hold it or whatever.
The army. Yeah, like I'm saying, you're in the army, you're a politician.
You don't want it to become debilitating. You do not want it to run your life where you can't live anymore.
You can't go outside.
But it's scary. You don't have kids in Detroit. There's a different type of anxiety and worry you have when you go, dang, I've created these beings, and what did I bring them into? A level of parent guilt. And then you have this incessant need to want to protect them. And you know damn well if it's a nuke flying up here, hey, I go head to head with a shark over my kids. But what am I going to do with this nuke? You know, and it makes you feel real. Like you think that you're doing a good thing and you just feel invincible when you think about being your kid's protector. And that takes all that away when you realize just how much control you don't have in that situation.
Over the world, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and watch one more video. There's another topic that I've been paying attention to, and a lot of people have been like talking about this as well. And it's with this these open border shit. And these people that have just been fucking literally coming over here in just massive numbers, man. And the thing that's the craziest, this is the fucking crazy. We're not gonna watch much of this video, but this is actually the mayor of New York. He just did a fucking a speech about it, and now they're saying like, "Yo, listen, this shit's crazy." Let's check it out real quick, and then we'll talk about it.
I am New York City Mayor Eric Adams, and I want to thank my fellow mayors, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Denver Mayor Mike Johnston, for joining us today. As many of you are aware, we are again seeing a record number of crossing at our southern border. What that means for us in New York City is another surge in migrants arriving at our doors. Just a few weeks ago, Governor Abbott promised to send an additional 25,000 migrants to New York City alone. We expect the surge to intensify in the coming days and weeks. Last night, a flight chartered by the state of Texas, El Paso, the fog diverted the flight to Philadelphia, where migrants were loaded onto 5 buses that arrived this morning around 1 a.m. Just last week, 14 buses arrived in a single day, the most ever recorded by officials at our intake center. We are in close contact with other cities and state leaders across the country.
You're gonna cut it off right there. Basically, for people who are not paying attention, or people who are just like, just kind of going by and shit, these motherfuckers are literally allowing, massive groups of people from other countries. Let's just say it like that. That's what it is. It's people from other countries. A lot of them are men, are making a point of saying this. War ready, ready, or whatever, military aged men. For whatever reason. I mean, this has been, being reported for, like since like what, last year, July is when I can remember like some of the first reports. But it's been really bad. It's been really bad. It's been a lot of fucking, they've taken up different areas all around the fucking country at this point. They're sleeping in airports, schools, all over. Literally in Chicago, they had a guy was just there reporting on how it was curtains. And behind the curtains was just massive amounts of immigrations and stuff like that or whatever. When I say immigrants, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's what the fuck it is. There's people who are crossing the border and they're from other countries and they're being allowed. They're being flied. There was some crazy shit talking about how they were trying to be housed. People were getting paid or something like that to get housed in your house. Like, hey, here, take this guy in, give him a spot in your home, and we'll give you money for it.
Jesus.
What the? Here's my question, because I just want to ask. I think I should have had more fucking people on for this. Or if you guys know, please answer in the comments. What the fuck are they doing this shit for?
Didn't I just tell you that China has an army that's 4 times the size of ours?
Yeah.
You just said they're military-aged men. You bring them over here, give them a life, give them comfort they didn't have at home, and have them go give their life for you.
That's what I was thinking too. Only thing that makes sense to me.
That's simple. Yeah.
Because we got enough. We got enough homelessness here that they're not doing it because we need more motherfuckers in the United States.
So I'm trying to say.
They serve a purpose. They're not American. They don't care about these people at all. They're very expendable.
I fucking fully agree with you, Tara. And I was just, it's interesting that you came up with that concept, because that was the only thing that I could make sense of as well. And you want to know something? The only other thing is, hearing this is also, scary, because it's like, they got the shit with the sleeper cells, and you have like different types of militia and shit like that or whatever that they're saying is like infiltration at this point, where it's like, they had a lot of Chinese immigrants or migrants, whatever you fucking call them, that have came over And now, we might have just our own people that's fucking in our country that's gonna like flip on us or do some shit. I don't know, man. You guys got that shit with the balloon. Oh shit! So you got AI. It's here.
Yep.
Yo, this shit sound crazy, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's your. I got you. I got music. But yo, listen, it is just really interesting. Flan on Rod today. Flan should have jumped on. Texas is trying to force the hand of blue states to support their immigration and border policies by sending the problem to them. Interesting. Okay.
If you're sending problems to them, why would they ever support? Oh, okay, because they're against it. That's a good tactic too. But it still goes to say, why aren't there a whole bunch of women and children coming? Why are there so many more men than there are women and children? Because you got to actually feed these women and children. You can send those dudes off to war. It is storming. It's behind us, lightning. Oh, look, don't do all that.
Yeah, they were saying there's going to be bad storms this week.
It's clowns.
So, question: Can
you're good.
Now.
AI stops.
Are y'all familiar with Charles Manson and like what he thought?
Yeah.
Charles Manson, the serial killer.
Yes. So
you know what? Please don't get mad at me. But if you listen to some of the stuff that he say, man, I fuck with him on some of the stuff that he said. He was not as crazy as he said he was.
Okay.
Read the fucking book that they wrote about him.
It makes me cringe to say that.
Let me say this
shit.
No,
because
but he never killed anybody. He never killed anybody.
He never killed anybody.
Most insane people are actually really fucking smart. But he believed in this thing. It's a movie and a book. It's called Helter Skelter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of Helter Skelter is the future war that was coming. That was going to be a race war, and he believed that was coming in the future between blacks and whites. And his idea was that black people would win, but there'd be too much turmoil amongst them to actively maintain order. So then he would come and be the new Messiah, kind of be over us. But he said before it happened, he would go underground. Him and his family, they would go underground, and the race would happen. We would win, and then he'd come up to rule over us because we would have too much. And it's all kind of sounds like.
Yeah, but did you hear the shit of the guy? I think his name. I think this is it right here. Chaos. About the shit that the CIA and stuff like that was involved with Charles Manson and giving him like LSD and different shit like that, letting him out of jail.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, there's a deep fucking story with Charles Manson. It's a really deep.
That raises another question. This is another episode.
A lot of corruption.
But like, that's like some Illuminati shit. But we only go off on it later. But that's like that's another conspiracy.
Yeah, Illuminati shit. We can definitely do an episode on that.
I think they believed a lot of what Charles said and wanted to get him to open up because a lot of times he went and talked to them. So we'll give you freedoms and we'll do this. And they took notes about what he said. And we're going to continue to hit these black people hard to keep them from unifying. I think they used him as a playbook.
It was the hippie movement. It was something I watched. He was on the Joe Rogan. The guy who wrote it, they had all the information. He did studies and research for the book. Mm-hmm. It's a really good episode, but it taught a lot of stuff with the Charles Manson situation. It was a whole like a whole plot. But well, anyway, that was like most of the stuff that I really wanted to kind of talk about, like as far as in the news, just kind of pick people's brains about it. Like these are conversations that at least when I do. You hear podcasts and stuff like that. Everybody talks about relationships and shit all the time and stuff like that or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, like, we're living, like you said, Tara, like we got kids and shit and we got stuff constantly going on. And you don't want to think about it all the time. You don't want to be boggled down, but it's just, you do have to be aware, man. I don't want to fucking just be so far watching, Love is Blind and shit.
I don't even watch that bullshit.
You know what my shit is? 90 Day Fiancé. I've been watching 90 Day Fiancé.
I don't watch reality. I don't watch reality TV at all. But people, please go and look into the independent. Please go and look into our independent candidate. He's a Kennedy. He comes from a long line of this. Please do not keep thinking all you have is Biden and Trump. Please start looking at other candidates because it's too much. Do you realize that last leap year we were in the same damn situation? These are the same two candidates we were picking last leap year. We have learned nothing in 4 years.
how do y'all feel about Biden? I'm gonna say
He is
my
going
piece
to
first.
die after he is sworn in, and
How the
y'all
fuck
gonna have Kamala Harris for y'all president. All black men are going
Hey, our
straight to
president
jail.
is silly.
All black men are going straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, and I'm leaving the country because I don't have time.
Listen, yo,
Biden,
Biden, bro. That's one of the. This is the
problems.
like I said. I don't really be paying. Well, I pay attention, but I don't really be like investing in so much of this shit like all the time because, like I said, I got my personal feelings about the presidential the whole shit. I don't think none of them motherfuckers matter at the end of the day. They're just.
We need to get rid of the electoral college because there's no way the popular vote should lose to no electoral college. If we say who won, that's who won.
Biden needs to get his ass up out of there, bro, because he's making the country look horrible. I'm sorry.
He
If he's
is
the spokesperson,
1,075 years old.
that motherfucker is. He can't finish a sentence, yo. He can't finish a sentence.
And Kamala Harris don't know what the hell she doing. I forgot she was the vice president because I swear after she was sworn in, that girl disappeared. She disappeared. I'm telling y'all, and I'm not gonna tell anybody to ever vote for Trump.
Oh, yeah,
but Biden was not the choice. Please go look at our choice.
I agree with that fully. If y'all stop being fans or whatever the fuck, stop watching me because we said that. Listen, whatever you got to do. But yeah, Biden, he's just listen. Point blank, real quick. Let me say this real quick. Point blank, he's just too old. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he was the best candidate on this planet. The man is not young enough to do the job anymore.
I don't think he has all his faculties. Have you heard him speak? Like, what the hell are you talking about?
He's out of it, yo.
It's
not even like being mean at this point. It's just honesty.
I'm gonna say people that look like me are like us. Put that Trump shit. I don't give a fuck what money he gave. I don't give a fuck how real y'all think he is. That nigga represent motherfuckers that hate us. So stop all that shit. Oh yeah, I'm gonna vote for him. I fuck with Trump. He shit to me. He gave us like shut the fuck up. That's stupid. Stop. that's
people vote for their own interest. So if you're gonna get them money, they're gonna flock to you. You need to stop just looking at Republicans and Democrats. Look at the Green Party. Look at the Independents. This year, look at the Independent. I don't think Cornel West is going to win. So go for the Kennedy. Or at least learn more about them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people pick sides, and that's really what the presidential...
Crips and blood. That's all they looking at.
Sides, yo. It's just like sports. It's old people sports. So fucking, it's the same in every single way. It's old people sports. Casinos are old people video games. It's the same shit, yo. It's just everybody pick a side. Black, blue, red or blue, like you said, Crips and Bloods. It's the same shit. It's nobody's really going for what is really the best outcome.
No, and then they want to sit at home and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe we're going through this." Really? Because you keep voting for the same people.
That's what they want you to think. But at the end of the day, even if you voted for somebody completely new, the thing is they're a fucking spokesperson. They're a spokesperson with a handful of good ideas, probably. And as soon as they hit that motherfucking button, all the influence and shit like that around them goes to where it goes. And you have some people, and I will say this, no matter what anybody says, Trump has been the one motherfucker that went in there and shook that bitch up so hard where they tried to make that motherfucker.
Because ain't nobody for to punk him. That's the and that's why people like him.
I'll give them that.
They didn't. The black delegation engaged you a black card and all this.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about shit when you run the fucking world. You don't have to worry about shit. Why would I care when I run the world? Fuck, like that's such a stupid. Like I get it, but it pisses me off because it's like that's where I think as us as the people have a fractured brain. He represents motherfuckers that will bash our fucking heads in a second. He represents like even if he don't say shit, the people that empower, that love him, that give him power, that vote for him and ride for him, don't fuck with us. So why if he came?
And if they paid attention to him,
I love it. Like
if they paid attention to him, they wouldn't like him either because he loves black women, loves to sleep with them, love the way they smell. People try to say that this man is racist. Like, he's not. He's classist and he's sexist, but he's not racist. Yeah, and here's the thing, though. I still think that we need to be very careful about the fact that Kamala Harris could end up being the president. Please pay attention to that. That woman was a terrible prosecutor. Her whole record was they have a whole list of white men who did the same exact things as black men. All the black men went to jail and the white dudes got a slap on the wrist. She is dangerous for America.
Man,
I keep hearing that. Point. Shit.
She did it. Marcel Williams in that count. It's like fuck this nigga after that.
And she's not black. Stop calling her black. She is like Haitian and Indian. She ain't never claimed to be black until she started running. There's a difference. We as black people have our own story because we are lost people. We cannot directly connect ourselves to Africa, and the motherfuckers here don't want us to be American. So we went with black. We coined ourselves. She ain't that, and she never will be.
That's a whole other episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely. I see. Like I said, I knew this was going to be like, we're going to have some really good. I'm glad we had some.
As soon as you said, who want to talk some shit? Me.
Let's go. I feel you, yo, because I definitely really wanted to talk some shit like we're talking, because it literally, you don't have, like I said, we don't have these conversations a lot, man. People talk about a lot of other stuff, and I understand why, because it's more fun to talk about movies and wrestling, the same shit. But it's just
sometimes we need this.
Sometimes you need this shit. I feel better. I feel better even just talking about it openly and just like, and people have been watching this all fucking night talk too, so they've been enjoying this as well. But listen, Beeline, this is episode 98. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys coming on with me tonight. I know I just kind of jumped out, just kind of like jumped in. Like I said, I came up like at 12 o'clock. I was like, fuck it, I'm going. But we are gonna wrap it up tonight. So guys, go ahead and shout out where you guys are coming out of and what you guys got going on. Go ahead, Troy, start with you.
Yeah, all right, so yeah, y'all should know me by now, but if not, Troy Ryan, host of Love Journal and Man of Horror, and also author of The Cicada Diaries. Hey, there we go. Here, get that boy on Amazon. Black Stephen King coming soon.
Thanks, Dre. Go ahead, Tara.
You can find me on YouTube at Opinionated Sense, Instagram Opinionated_Sense, and you can find me on my radio show on opulenceradio.com. Download the app. It's called Truthfully Opinionated. I'm there at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Mondays, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesdays.
Awesome. Yes. Definitely go check out Opulence Radio, guys. It's one of the sponsors we got, floating in the front of our shows here now. And listen, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us today. Thank you guys so much for episode number 98. When we first started, man, we were so excited about starting. We used to do episode 1, episode 2. I think we stopped at around 10 or 12 or something like that. We stopped counting like dorks. But we are episode 98, guys. Like I said,
I'm count my shit.
Bro, listen, man, it took a long time to fucking get there. But we are gonna have the 100th episode. It's gonna be a really nice show. We're gonna have some people come on. Hopefully, the people that I get are gonna be the ones who can come back. Good night, baby. And then after we get done, it'll be like clips and stuff like that from past episodes. We'll be talking about them and stuff like that. I really appreciate you guys. And guys, if you take anything away from this episode, if you haven't watched it all night, we're not saying this shit to panic, yo. Don't panic. But also pay attention, man, because this is things that you may want to change some of the shit that you're doing because of the times that we're in. It's nothing scary about that, man. It may be different, but even like Troy was saying, it's not about just using the information that you're getting to be in fear, but learn from it, grow from it, change, what things you can, do differently, maybe to benefit instead of fucking, being fearful from it. But at the end of the day, do your best. I hope you guys have a great week, man. Be safe from the storms that's going on. And don't let nobody in your fucking house you don't know, no matter how much money they got. $5,000. Who doing this shit? To find somebody who did that shit.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Good night.
All right, guys. Have a great. Stay true, stay positive, pay attention. Have a great night. All right, y'all.